What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Hey, hi, I'm Colonel Panic, and welcome to Jackass. I'm just kidding. What we have here is the assa 600. So, this lock's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed picking it. We got gin spools on this guy. And the reason we haven't taken part at the moment is because I've tried to shoot this several times, picking and gutting it, and picking it is not a problem, but trying to take it apart when you have to show the driver orientation and keeping it in the camera frame has proven to be almost as much of a challenge as picking the lock. So this came at a suggestion is to start with it disassembled, film the assembly, and then pick it. So that's what we're going to try to do. Hopefully we can get good clear shots of this. I think that assembling first is going to be a little more forgiving, because if you pick it and once you pop a driver out and if the camera didn't see it, well then there's no way to prove how that driver was. So that said, we will start by showing a core. We've got counter milling in all 6 chambers. Let's try to get you a good shot of that. I'm wearing a headlamp just because I need to be able to see literally everything that I'm doing here. There, you can definitely see counter milling in those. I can even do that so you can hear that little click. Okay. And then we will show our pin stacks. On another note, I really like this pinning tray. I was told this is Pieces Design, obviously, has his name on it. But this and these followers all came from Milizard. I wanted to give him a special shout out and a thank you. I couldn't have done this without you, bud. So thank you again for your help. I really, really appreciate you. Let's get a good look at our pins here. I'll get behind the camera and put my light directly on it so you can see it. We have 6 gin spools, 6 standard drivers, and 6 assa springs. Sorry, I said that backwards. 6 standard key pins, 6 gin spool drivers, and 6 assa springs. There we go. Okay. Now, we will start with this guy. Actually, I grabbed this cylinder when I first got it. But what I did is these are 632 grubs, and they're actually just a touch too small. And with the way you got to grub these, you got to come up through the bottom and basically use this pin stack as a drill guide and punch through the top. It's not super hard to do, but it's not dead straight, and you got to be really careful. And but you don't want to mess up your pin stacks, With these being a little bit too small, I went ahead and ordered one that I think actually would fit a little better as an M4. And I ordered some M4 grubs, but by the time they came in, I was already picking this at 6 pins. I wasn't progressive pinning anymore. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to leave it alone for the risk of, I don't want to damage anything. And so I decided just to leave those grubs there. So I won't be using those grubs, but they're there for obvious reasons to hold everything in place. But the springs will fit through those grubs, but the pins will not, which is weird. They're just a fraction too small. So, that said, let's get a drink of our coffee here. Man, I love French press. Good stuff. It is morning here, and it is my day off. And I've been awake all of 20-25 minutes, so bear with me here. Okay, we'll just go ahead and put all our springs in. all 6 springs. Okay. And we will start right here. Actually, I think I'll start with pin 5 is what we'll do. Or, do we want to do that? Yeah, we'll do that. I gotta push these springs down a little bit just to get past them. Yeah, because I think as far as pin 5, you'll be able to see from the back side of this plug, and then I will flip it around, and starting at pin 4, I'll use this catch right here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So starting with 5, I've got a gem, and I'm actually going to stand up here so my light is directly on that. You guys can see that is orientated correctly. And I'm just going to take our pick, push that guy down, and slide our follower. And we will do number 6. Come here, number 6. Oh, that was a pin. It landed right there. I can see it. There we go. That was almost a disaster. Popped right out of my tweezers. There we go. There's number 6. You can see clearly. Yeah, go back off a little bit. That shoulder's right there, but that is a gin spool. Oh, popped out. Let's do that again. There we go. Gin spool sitting the correct direction. Okay. Now we go to number 4. I have to be very careful here. That's number 5. Oh wait, do we have a pin in the wrong chamber? No, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. Alright. We're good. Okay, I see it. My depth perception's playing tricks on me. Bear with me, guys. I see 3 holes. Now I see 4. Okay. Alright, it's number 4. Oh, why is there not a spring? Oh, I dropped a spring. It's sitting right here. Hang on, let me get that out of there. It's right there. Let's get it out. Easy, easy, easy. I don't want to drop everything else and start over. There it goes. Okay. We dropped a spring somehow. I'm not entirely sure how we did that, but it is right there. So.
Magic is organizing chaos. This requires 2 things: balance and control. Without them, chaos will kill you. Has anyone seen Nissa?
We've got to get this one down there in 4. This is going to be the tricky part.
Elizabeth fetched Nissa from her room and remind her that sickness of any sort, including homesickness.
Okay. Get our pin in 4 here.
Fine.
show that as soon as I get it set in there. There we go. Follower, and we will show this guy like cam. Okay. Try to get an angle here where you guys can see. I think you can, yeah, there we go. That's a good shot. Okay, that is pin 4. Clearly aligned. We'll push that guy down. Slide or follower. Just like that. Pin number 3.
We will take all concerns to the full body of the council, as we always have. In the meantime, we are disrupting lessons.
How I don't lose more pins than I do is astonishing, because I can be clumsy sometimes. But I think it's a subconscious thing, because I'm also a cheap ass. Well, relatively speaking. I do not like wasting money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I believe in things like charity and gratuity and stuff like that, but when it comes to my belongings, I do not like tearing things up. So. Slipped out of there on me twice. Third time's charm. Nope. Get you out of there and get you straight again. Are you in there? Yeah, you're in there. Let's turn our follower and get you a shot. There you go. That is a gin, clearly aligned. You can see the shoulder coming up out of the bottom. And we will turn our follower. Number 2. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Number 2. Trying to get you a real good shot with my headlamp over the top of that camera so that you can really see that. That is a gin aligned correctly. My dog is walking between me and my camera, and I'm about to trip over him. Okay, last one. There we go. One more time. There's the gin, clearly aligned. See the shoulder. Okay, and that is our drivers. Now we just need some key pins. 6. Three, 2, and 1. Pro tip, well, not even pro tip, basic tip. When you are assembling ASSAs or disassembling, always use a core shim, okay? I mean, I know most of you know that, but if anybody that's fairly new happens to watch this video, I want to make that statement, because this anti-drill pin right here, if you get one of your driver pins sprung into that, you will 100% wish you did not. I promise you. Okay, it's a bad time. I haven't done it because I was educated otherwise, but I have froze a couple of locks in the past, soft bricked and whatnot, by doing stupid things like that. So I can definitely relate, and it is not fun. So we will go ahead and shim that. Oh, we're going the wrong way here. I'm going to go this way. I have to make sure that that part on that follower is facing up so that I don't drop pins when I do this. We're going to turn that. I like to do this at 90 degrees, you know, because that anti-drill's over here. So if you turn that at 90 degrees to this side, there's no way you can accidentally drop pins. You just ease that in there just like this. Bam. There we go. That's in. And I will go ahead and lock it. There. That way we can't. That way we can't move this core. It's right where we want it to be. Okay. Now just need our tailpiece. I bought me this new set of JIS drivers, screwdrivers, when I was working on the Goal S. And I will say that I absolutely love these screwdrivers because I've had a couple of sets of JIS screwdrivers in the past, but it's been ages ago, and they've all, you know, gotten worn out the way cheap screwdrivers do, or gotten used as punches and whatnot. But regardless, when I was doing this, I needed some new JIS bits. And even if you're working with standard, you know, Phillips, these JIS screwdrivers for some reason just get so much better footing in them than a regular US style Phillips. So we will show that we do work with the key. I like the bitting on this guy. Like I said, assas all have, all these assas and Rucos have really nice bitting on the keys. They do not play around when it comes to bitting. Okay. I don't actually need this headlamp to pick, but I will go ahead and leave it on. Just because visibility is a good thing. For our tensioners, I don't need an Allen wrench. This is a Jimmy Long Z-bar. It's the thickest one that's sad. I don't remember what the thickness is on it. And then this is one of my custom ergo turners. I make these out of music wire. If you want to know how to make them, ask me in Discord. I'll tell you. They're not hard. I'm not the origin of this idea, but I use these a whole lot, and they're super handy. When I first made this tensioner, I made it to fit this keyway exactly. And when I was picking it first, I was able to just use one tensioner. You know, if that fits tight, you don't need two tensioners to float. But as I picked this more, this keyway got a little bit worn in, and I started getting this slop in it. And so I ended up having to go to 2 wrenches. So next time I have float picking to do, on a new lock I plan to float pick, which is probably going to be the 700. I'm getting ready to work on it. I will just start with 2 tensioners and save myself the headache. There we go. Okay, now I've got this rubber band here. And that will keep your tensioners right where you want them. You don't have to mess with that at all. Okay, now it only takes a few pins here to get me into a false set on this lock, because all the rest of them sit pretty well right out the milling. They're all some pretty short cuts. There's our false set. And then we go to pin number 1. A lot of picking these gens, honestly, has just been learning the binding order. And developing, obviously, this sense for floating. It's no slouch, so don't take me wrong. I'm not looking through that as a skill, but binding order is a lot of picking this lock.
Where are you going? Next session? No. I don't need one. We'll take a detour.
There we go. It's about as long as it takes once you got it down. So I will go through and review this footage. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm sorry for the long process, but that's just kind of what it takes with this guy. Because we've got to keep integrity in the belt system. I get that, I respect it, and I love it for what it is. So hopefully we got some good clear footage here. And yeah, that's about all I got on this one, guys. Much love to all of you. Thank you again for everybody who's helped me with this lock. Miller's Art has been a huge help, both with advice and with helping me with getting the followers. I know Skylar's given me some good advice on it, so thank you to you too as well. And love every one of you. Peace out, and God bless.